Hello everyone, this is Judith. We are talking about your twin flame journey, and today it's all about playfulness. It's all about exiting this phase of pain. And when I'm talking about pain, then it's also about longing, painfully longing for your twin flame, and confusing this with love, because this is not love. So exiting this, and then gaining access to joy and joy of life, right? Love of life, love of self, etc. So that's basically another way that we could look at it. And if you are in the beginning of the twin flame journey, then most likely you are stuck in this pain, and it doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. Our pain body is triggered, and all of our issues are triggered. And so if you have a lot of things to clear, if you are very wounded, maybe in several regards, then it takes you a while to sort things out and to step out of this pain, and also to gain the trust that you don't need to stay in that pain. Because in the beginning we hold on to that pain, because in this pain we feel the connection to the other person, to our divine counterpart, and we are also afraid that if we let go of this, we might lose the connection, we might lose this other person. But that's really part of what it means. It's one part of what it means to surrender and to let go, and to trust that it's not wrong to turn around and look at yourself, right? So you don't need to control your twin flame. I think you know this already. Your twin flame will not go anywhere. Your twin flame is in this experience with you, in this life, in this 3D experience. You're together in this side by side, always, whether you know it consciously or not. And there are just things like with a magnet, right? There are things that are repelling and things that are attracting and magnetizing. And that's where we want to be, right? We want to be a magnet to our twin flame. And we cannot be a magnet unless we really are complete within ourselves. By complete, I mean in union with self, in union with the divine, right? We understand that there is no separation, and that everything on the outside is simply a reflection of what we have on the inside. So if we unite with that, then we know that nothing that is meant for us can ever run away. It's not possible, right? But we can very well push it away for a long time and keep ourselves separate. So longing and staying stuck in those old patterns, that's not a good idea. So if you are stuck, if you have any triggers, no matter what the triggers are, things that we experience with our twin flame and also with other players, karmic players in our lives, they are gold nuggets, right? So that's always work on that, right? You're stuck in pain, reach out. My offers are in the description box, so if you need assistance on your journey, you yourself are a spiritual master, right? You are becoming in this process of becoming a spiritual master. So it's always that we can accelerate the journey when we accept assistance from others that are a little bit ahead of us, right? So that's my experience and my perspective on this. Check the offers out. You could also send me an email if you have a topic or a question for a video. I would also be open to those things, so you don't need to spend money. You just can reach out in this way. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter and be part of a free healing event that I'm hosting on October 31st. So feel free to just subscribe to the newsletter. It comes with a free gift, a meditation, and then of course the invitation for October 31st. I don't know the exact time. I'll let you know. Stay tuned for that. So yeah, so the second part then, when we have understood that we need to work on those issues that cause us pain, and that it's good for us to exit this pain. So how do we exit the pain? We do healing, right? We do healing, and we then look out how we can access unconditional love, how we can access joy of life, how we can access feeling at peace. And that's not a given when we are in the midst, in the thick of it, right? It's not a given, but it's good to know where we are going, and that's where we are going. And it's always like we're going up in spirals and revisiting sometimes the same things over and over again. But really, playfulness or lightheartedness. My twin flame very often said something about lightheartedness. And I think he was giving this to me, subconsciously. We trigger the other guy, and we also give little hints to the other guy. And he very often from time to time, he's always like letting me know that lightheartedness and playfulness is something that he values in his life, like he's longing for that, right? So maybe you have a similar experience with your twin flame, and maybe this triggered you, right? Maybe this was a trigger when he was talking about lightheartedness, and you are maybe in the middle of something very painful and longing for him, not feeling lighthearted at all. No. So yeah, just know where you are going, and exit those old patterns where you are stuck, because society is teaching us something very, very different, right? What we learn is that we have to focus on those wounds in order to leave them behind. And what we have to do is we have to acknowledge them. So not pushing them away, but we don't have to stay there and dig into the whole story once again. That's something we don't have to do. We have to acknowledge all the things and how we feel about them. But then we are free to say, well, that's something that happened to me in the past. I don't need this anymore. I can move forward. I deserve joy. I deserve love. And that's really what I choose, right? I choose this union with my twin flame. And this means much, much more than the relationship with your twin flame. It means a whole way of being in this world, a whole way of perceiving this world, a whole way of going about pretty much everything in your life. Having said this, I wish you a wonderful day, and I see you in the next video. Stay tuned, everyone. Bye for now.